Hey, it's Mastin, Kipp, and welcome to Power and Purpose. This is going to be a fun little thing we're doing. For the next 7 days, I'm going to be riffing on this book, A Course in Miracles, which you may have heard of. And here's what we're going to do, actually. Whenever I have a book that I love, I always do this. I play this game. And I'll go to someone and I'll say, how long? I'll start scrolling through the pages. I'll say, stop. And I'll say, right or left, top or bottom. And then there's a thing there. And I feel like that's the message that I'm supposed to be sharing with you. So what I'm going to do is, Dylan's here with me. Say, hey, Dylan.
Hey.
So Dylan's here with me. He's helping me record this, and he's going to one that's going to say stop and right, left, top, or bottom. I'm going to read what's there in the book, and then I'm going to riff on that idea for you. All right? So you can just assume that this is divinely guided just for you, or we're just making this shit up as we go. Either one is fine with me. All right? So you ready, Dylan?
Ready.
All right. So I'm going. Say win.
Win.
All right. Top or bottom?
Bottom.
And right or left?
Left.
Bottom left. Okay, here we go. Here we go. If you are so unwilling to receive that you cannot even let your question go, you can begin to change your mind with this. At least I can decide I do not like what I feel now. This much is obvious and paves the way for the next easy step. Having decided that you do not like the way that you feel, what could be easier than to continue with? And I hope I have been wrong. Beautiful. So, A Course in Miracles here is talking about not liking how you're feeling and being wrong. And so what this means to me is, if you're in sort of an emotional state, let's just say that you're, in a relationship or you're in some financial situation or circumstance where you don't like the emotional content, well, what that means is there's a negative experience there. And what I really believe is that when you're in that positive emotional state, that is really a sign that you're aligned with your purpose, aligned with your soul. Whether or not you know how you got to that emotional state, positive emotions are a guide showing us that, hey, you're on track with your purpose. If you're in a negative emotional state beyond grieving because someone that you love lost, you lost someone that you love, but if it's a chronic negative emotional state, first of all, being aware that you're in a negative emotional state, that awareness is huge. Then realizing I don't like this emotional state is also huge. And when it talks about, I hope I can realize I've been wrong, if we've been in a chronic negative emotional state, well, what that means is we haven't been aligned with our purpose. So this idea of being wrong isn't like you're wrong as a person. It's more like, hey, you've made some decisions here that aren't on track with your purpose. How can we realign the decisions that you've been making to get you back on track? Because ultimately the emotional response that we're getting from life, positive or negative, is just feedback, and we can change our emotional state through becoming more aware of the things that we're doing to produce that emotion. What are the thoughts that we're thinking? What are the beliefs that we have? What are the stories that we're telling ourselves about life that's producing this negative emotional state? And what's the old trauma that we've been through? So when you're aware of the emotion that you don't want to feel and you're ready to change it, that is a huge breakthrough, because now we're going into your humanity, we're going into the body where the emotion is stored, and we're starting to learn the intelligence of the body, of why that is there, and we can learn to get back on track. And that's ultimately the goal of negative emotions, is to go from that negative state to produce that contrast that we don't want to feel, which brings our awareness to the situation, just like pain does. When you have pain in your life, the pain is there to pay attention because there's some healing that has to happen. So the same thing is true with negative emotions. You're aware of the problem now. You're aware that there's a part of you that's deciding to be here, and we have to understand what we got to do to get you back on track, aligned with your purpose. So that might be some personal development work. It might be working with a coach or doing some functional life coaching. It might be coming to Claim Your Power Live. It might be doing something like that to get back on track. But ultimately, if you can become aware of the fact that your negative emotions are guiding you to become aware of what's holding you back that's not true, that's how we get back on purpose. Mastin, riffing on A Course in Miracles. Hope that was pleasurable for you and that was meaningful. And that's exactly what you were supposed to hear today. As always, my biggest intention is that you get out there, take action, and make it real. We'll see you soon. Hey, it's Mastin. I want to let you know that we have Claim Your Power Live coming up July 13 to 16 in Los Angeles, California. Come on over to claimyourpowerlive.com to check it out. This is a 4-day immersion implementation experience. This is not your grandfather's seminar. This is not a snooze fest. This is not a cult. This is a powerful implementation, live experience, immersion for you to come and to discover what your life's purpose is and to bring it to life and to experience the abundance, financially, romantically, spiritually, emotionally, in your business, in your career, really syncing up what you love to do with your purpose. It's July 13 to 16 in Los Angeles, California. Come on over to claimyourpowerlive.com to check it out. We're almost sold out. Would love to see you in Los Angeles at Claim Your Power Live.